Hello everyone, my name is Noelle and welcome back to the channel. Something I've never really mentioned on here is that I have a huge interest in music. Anything music related, you can count me in on it. And that interest is what led me to today's video topic, which is Lostwave. For those who don't know, Lostwave is a term used to describe songs that have an unknown author or group associated with them. So any song that has an unknown artist would be considered Lostwave. Being a lost media and music fan makes this category absolutely perfect to dive into, which is why I grabbed a handful of my favorites and I want to share those with you tonight. And just for fun, I'm going to be making my own Lostwave song at the end, so hopefully that goes well. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to jump the gun a little bit and start with my personal favorite first, which is a Lostwave song called Digital Girl. The background of this one is very interesting, so let's start there. According to OP, named Had It on Vinyl, he found the song on a personal mix CD his uncle made somewhere between 2003 and 2009. On the 30th of September, 2023, Vinyl posts a song onto What's That Song. For those who don't know, What's That Song is a website where people post songs they're searching for, so you can imagine it's probably a goldmine for this kind of stuff. The CD that he ripped the song from is in very bad shape, as you can see here, so he was only able to upload a portion of the CD and not the entire thing. Because of that, all they had initially was a recording of the song from Vinyl's portable CD player. Obviously now we have a higher quality snippet, because not only was the original recorded incorrectly with their microphone input instead of the raw CD input, but we also eventually got a clean copy of the original mix of songs from their uncle. Not only including Digital Girl, but every song that came before and after it, which helps a lot with identifying the type of music we're looking for. A very important piece of information we have is that Vinyl's uncle claims that all the songs on his CDs were from local artists in the area. They're from Malaga in Spain, so this helps narrow down the search a ton. The downside to this is that Vinyl's uncle could be mistaken, which would broaden the search and make it way harder, but as of right now, there's no reason to believe that this is the case. When it comes to the history of the search, we've pretty much covered the basis of what you need to know up until this point. But what we need to go into now is what is true and what isn't, because trust me, there are lots of leads that were hoaxes or just straight up debunked. The first lead that was ever followed but has also been debunked is that the full Digital Girl song was featured on Maxi Kingdom 10, or just Maxi Kingdom in general. The community over on Reddit and Discord have listened to these compilations pretty thoroughly, along with some other Eurodance compilations online, and it's basically confirmed that Digital Girl is not on any of these. Another idea people had was to search for the song on SGAE, which is a music database for copyrighted songs in Spain. It'd be reasonable to assume that the producer of the song would have copyrighted it, and there's a good chance it's in here, but so far nobody has found it in the database. And that's kind of a good segue into the fact that the song might not even be called Digital Girl in the first place. If this is the case, which it very much could be, then that would explain why we can't find it on SGAE and the lyrics don't bring anything up on the internet. Most people don't think this is the case, which is fair, but I think it'd be a good idea to at least consider the idea that this could be the possibility as well. Alright, so now we're just going to do a quick speed round for all the debunked artists that people thought made the song. I'm only going to list a few because there have been a good amount of these. Serial is probably one that most people will recognize, and they confirmed that they did not make Digital Girl. Stegosaurus Rex and Dodoka also did not make the song. Jamba and Jamster, or the people that made Crazy Frog, while not being completely debunked, were not known to be connected to the song in any way. And another thing mentioned on the Digital Girl subreddit is that people keep saying the song could be made by literally any artist that uses a vocoder, and anybody that knows a thing or two about EDM or Eurodance knows that vocoders back then weren't uncommon, so using this as a point to try and identify an artist is at worst a complete waste of time. That's about all the necessary information you would want to know when hopping into this search, and I got all of it from the subreddit, so if you want to learn more, definitely head over there. One last thing to note before moving on is that this song is also pitch shifted, so all the uploads on YouTube are in a different pitch than the original song, so keep that in mind when you look if you decide to. This one is probably the most well-known Lostwave song ever, called Everyone Knows That, or Ulterior Motives. This one has been covered more times than I can count at this point, so I'll try my best to keep it short as I can anyway. In 2021, the user Carl92 uploaded the snippet we all know onto What's That Song, with the description, mid-80s, bad quality. Carl92 was active for a short period of time after posting the snippet, roughly 2 months, but he's been inactive for quite some time now, and there isn't necessarily a good reason to try and contact him again. An important thing to note about this search is that while Digital Girl has a good chance of actually being named that, This song has no confirmed name and the lyrics aren't really widely agreed on either. That being said, there's no way to know what the song is actually titled, and it's kinda hard to even make an assumption on what it's called as well. Some information we got from Carl before they left was that the DVD they found the song on was labeled from 1999, and they're also from Spain. The current consensus on the song is that it's from the 80s, as Carl originally told us in his What's That Song post, and an NTSC signal was detected in the song. That means that it could most likely only be from NTSC countries. Now there are too many to list here, but a quick Google search will bring you a list of them. Now, even though that's a huge piece of information, Spain isn't actually an NTSC country, so take that as you will. With all the important need to know out of the way, it's time to go over some more debunked leads. This song specifically has so many debunked leads that I would not be able to go over them all or we'd be here all day. So we'll just quickly look at 2 of them and move on. Our first lead is a song that was found in the GEMA database titled Ulterior Motives, that also happened to be the exact same length of the original snippet. This led some people to believe that the snippet was actually all there was and that we just had it in lower quality. Of course, because it's in this section of the video, that turned out to not be the case at all, and the song was completely unrelated. Huge coincidence though, I can totally see why people would believe that one, but unfortunately that was not what we were looking for. Another lead people tried to follow was that the song could have possibly appeared on Marcano El Show, a Puerto Rican musical variety show that aired in the 90s, so around the time the song would have been from. Unfortunately, they were contacted and they claimed that the song was never on their show, so no luck there either. Like I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of fake and debunked leads for this, so if you want to check everything out, the thread is on their subreddit. Okay, went on a bit longer than I expected with that one, but that's alright. I didn't cover everything because of how much there is, but if you want to know more, there are some great videos on it already that you could watch. I'd really like to see this song found because it's super catchy and it's a shame that it's lost right now, but I have faith it'll be discovered soon enough. That's really all I have to say about this one, so let's move on. Just a Game is a bit more on the obscure side than the other 2, but the story so far isn't any less interesting. Just like the others, this song was first mentioned on What's That Song, with a post made by Gabor72 in 2018. The only thing written with the post was, "Can you name this song?" So all we really had was the snippet and no additional information to aid in the search at all. Now, trying to contact Gabor about this and get any information would most likely be a lost cause in the first place, considering they haven't been online in years and most likely won't be back anytime soon. But that won't stop people from theorizing and trying to piece things together on their own, of course. Some people on the subreddit for the song have pointed out that there is a woman's voice at the very beginning of the snippet. Now this is notable because instead of just searching for songs with one vocalist, we're looking for songs with 2 vocalists. That helps narrow the search down a little bit. There were a couple albums with songs titled Just a Game in their track list, but none of them were really notable except for one of them. An album titled Just Feel It from 1999. This album had a song titled Just a Game in their track list, and is also considered lost as of right now. This is a pretty good lead, so if anybody could manage to get their hands on this album and check if this is the song, that would be amazing. But for right now, it seems to be unavailable. Alright, as for the song's history, that's really all there is to go over. Unlike the other songs, I couldn't really find any debunked leads at all besides the albums, so I guess with that being said, we'll move on to the next section. I'm not really sure how to commentate over this, but like I mentioned at the start, I made my own Lostwave song. I realized that Lostwave could technically be any genre, so there wasn't much restrictions with what I could and couldn't do, so I just opened FL Studio and made something fun. Not sure what else to say here, to be honest. Hopefully you like it. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you to everybody who made it to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I had fun making this one. This video took a bit longer to get out than I expected. A lot of things going on in my personal life, but we're back, I promise. If you have any suggestions for future videos, make sure to leave them in the comments. I make sure to read every single one of them. And with all that being said, as always, have a good rest of your day and see you later.